Hello all, and welcome to Astro Wheel of Fortune. So today I am doing a reading on your January 2020. We're going to see what energies are going to be at play, what might happen, all that kind of stuff. So as usual, I have 6 piles: pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4, pile 5, and pile 6. And I have the storytelling dice here, so we will be throwing this as well. And with that, I'm just going to start. I'm not going to, go on about it any longer. So let's start with pile number 1. Let's see how your January will go. So let's have a look. I'm going to put these aside, but I want to have a look at these oracle cards with these tarot cards. So let me just put this aside here. So let's have a look. So we've got perception and glamour. So with these first two cards, I just want to put it out there that you might be changing your perspective on your looks and your physical appearance. I'm really getting this sense of accepting yourself more, finding yourself more beautiful without actually really changing much about your appearance. Like, you might change something about your appearance in January 2020. You could do like a fresh haircut, something like that, something very new. But I think your perspective and your perception of yourself is really going to be changing. You can see this person is like reflecting on themselves in the mirror. So in January, I think you will be really seeing your inner beauty as well as your outer beauty, and it's going to be a lot more nuanced than just your insecurities and things like that. You're going to start to see yourself in a very beautiful way. There's going to be an air of transformation around your physical appearance, and it could not necessarily be that you actually physically change something. It could just be your new perception will actually bring a new way of seeing yourself, not just for yourself but for other people as well. So other people might start seeing you as more glamorous, more beautiful as well, as a result of this kind of inner transformation. That's what I see for you. Let's have a look and see what your tarot cards say. So we've got Knight of Wands in reverse, we've got the Emperor, and we've got the Five of Wands. I definitely see, as well as that, in January there is some sort of competition, some sort of friction happening in terms of your career. If you have a business, I can see you having some sort of competitive tendencies in January. Maybe you are in a competition with another business that does a similar thing and you need to think of new ideas. But I can see that you will be coming up with ideas very, your ideas will be coming in terms of being very good structurally. You're going to be very good with getting your ideas out in a logical, rational way. Creativity is going to be a bit difficult for you in January, though. That's what I see for you guys. And there's a little bit of a difficulty with your creativity, but I see that is because you are more focused on the physical realm than what's going on inside in January. In January, all the physical things around you, especially your appearance for some reason, is going to play a very big role for you. I also see, in terms of this job, this opportunity, this project, you might be competing for a job, but I see you coming out successful. So I can see you coming out on top. So if you're going for jobs, if you're going for any sort of change of career, if you're going for interviews, if you're going for sort of expansion of your own business, if you have it, I see you coming out on top. That's what I see for you. And that confidence could be a result, bring this, attractiveness, this beauty within your personal appearance as a result, because you have this confidence, you have this, assurance in yourself. So let's have a look and see what we have for the rest of the oracle cards. So we've got Grand Trine Blessing. So definitely anything to do with any kind of competition. If you're competing in anything, you could be a sports person as well. Actually, this makes me think that you could be in sports. If you're doing any sort of sporting activities, it could be a good time in January. You know, maybe your resolution is to start some sort of sporting activity and, you know, start exercising, things like that. That could be, you know, what's happening here as well, that your appearance, because you're exercising, it's not even that your appearance is changing drastically, but it's that you're feeling a lot better. So that could be it. With the Grand Trine, I see blessings. People will want to, you know, help you out. People will want to see you thrive. Any competition that you take on in January, you are winning those competitions. So if you want to enter some sort of competitions, if you know of competitions that you want to enter, I would advise to enter them. You are going to be very beautiful in January. I see there's a big, beautiful physical transformation for you in January. That is 100%. People will find you glamorous. People will find you attractive. I see like a glow up in January, definitely. Then we have Woman Holding a Heart. You're going to be so attractive. You might even have, actually, this card always makes me think of like people fighting. Now, this is not a love reading. I'm going to be doing a separate love reading, but this is suitors fighting over you. I definitely see loads of people being attracted and interested in you in January 2020. And then we've got Man Holding a Coin. So in terms of your job, in terms of, you know, any interviews that you might be going for, I definitely see you succeeding and, you know, getting that job, getting the promotion, whatever it is. And in terms of any suitors being very attractive, being very beautiful to other people, you know, that's going to do like you are about to have a very good January. It's going to be a very, very good month for you. It's a good start to the year for you, that's for sure. Let's throw the dice and see what we can get here. So we've got the building. So I think as well, you might be going to work in an office. That I kind of just, you know, you might be going for a new job, and it could be for like a big company, a big I don't know, just because we're talking about your career quite a lot here and competing, you could also, like, this makes me think of promotion and levels. So going up a level, you're going up a level in January in some sort of way, whether it's a new job that you've been competing for, whether it's a promotion that you've been competing for, some sort of level. You're leveling up in some sort of way in January, alongside with your looks and your attractiveness. You are about to have a major glow up in January, that's for sure. So that's what I see for you guys. Pile number 1. Thank you so much for watching. Any feedback is always welcome, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. So pile number 2, let's have a look and see how is your January going to go. So let's have a look. I want to have a look at these first. So move these out of the way a little bit, and we've got inspiration. And we've got creation. Oh my God, you're about to be very, very creative in January. There's some sort of, you are struck by a creativity bug, and you're basically wanting to create. You have come up with an idea, with a project, with something really, really unique as well. And it's going to be going really, really well for you. This creation is going to be non-stop. It's almost like you're going to be creating without really thinking about what you're creating, but all of it is almost, you know, all of it is going to be very productive, very good. So let's have a look at your cards. So we've got 4 of Pentacles, we've got 8 of Swords, and 4 of Wands. This is really good. You guys are coming out of a very, very bad period. If anything, you might have had trouble with creating, trouble with any sort of you know, imaginative, creative endeavors. You might have had, you know, a bit of a dry spell around that. I see that ending, and you coming into a very pleasant, very nice space where you're able to create, where you're able to be very imaginative, doing a lot of work that is productive, and something that really feeds your soul as well. I see you saving a lot of money in January, I suppose, after all the holiday periods. You know, most people will be saving, but I see you saving very in a smart way, not in a, overly stingy way. You're being frugal, you're being very smart with how you're spending your money in January. And I see you but like at the same time I see you celebrating a lot. So maybe it's your birthday in January, so in that case, happy birthday. But I also see just like a lot of celebrations, but without spending too much money. These celebrations are going to be very pleasant, something that's actually going to bring this creativity back into your life as well. Any relationships, if you're in a relationship right now, that relationship is going to be going really, really well, very, very fulfilling. And I see you kind of spending a lot of time at home and really celebrating each other as well. So that's what I see for you guys. Let's have a look and see at what your oracle cards tell us as well. So we've got Mars, Force, a lot of creativity. Again, Mars makes me think of creating without thinking about it too much and just putting the force and the action into it. And we've got Scorpio, I transform. So you will be in a transformation phase to do with any project, any creative projects that you have. It's going to be a very transformative period of time in January for you. It's going to really, you're going to have a lot of fun in January. I sense that, but a lot of it might feel like you're just staying at home. You're not really spending a lot of money, but you're really enjoying the time with close people. Then we have so we've got the sacral chakra. So that means, again, confidence, having a lot of confidence in your creativity, feeling very inspired. Your spirit guides also want to help you be inspired. So you're going to be supported by your spirit guides within your creations. So if you're like a painter, a musician, or you create content, January is going to be very good for you for that kind of creativity. And then we've got patience. So you're going to have a lot of, you're kind of maturing a little bit in January as well. It's not a huge, there is transformation here, but I see there's like this air of maturity around you in January where you are you don't have FOMO, if that makes sense. You're not really afraid of missing any kind of celebrations, and any celebrations that do matter you end up going to anyway. You're not really worried about what other people are doing. You look after yourself. Your anxieties are kind of, they're looked at. You're looking after your anxieties. You're not obsessing over your anxieties. You're able to be very mature about your mental health as well, which is really, really nice. But this January is going to be a really good month for you. I definitely see a lot of creativity and a lot of just making smart decisions. So let's have a look and see what the dice tell us. Sorry, I'm struggling to pick them up here. So let's have a look and see dice for January 2020 for group 2. So we've got a lot of this makes me think, I always kind of think of social media when this pops up. So I think, because I kind of mentioned FOMO, I think you will be a lot less entangled in social media and worrying about what goes on, what other people are doing on social media, what fun are other people having. You're not going to worry about it as much. You're going to kind of look after yourself more, make sure that you are in a healthy, good space for yourself. And I think you might even delete your social media. I kind of see that as well for you. I see you kind of getting rid of social media for a little while and not paying attention to it. So that's what I see for you guys, pile number 2, and I'm going to move on to my next pile. If you like that reading, please like and subscribe to see more readings by me. So let's have a look and see for pile number 3, how is your January shaping up to be? So you got a lot of tarot cards that popped out. Well, 4. Let's have a look at your cards. We've got sensuality, I've got mysticism. So these 2 cards together make me think of practicing maybe practicing witchcraft, maybe making potions, but with really being engaged with your senses in terms of mysticism and spirituality. So you could be clairsentient. So your clairsentience, which is like the psychic power of feeling, your clairsentience could be at a very, very high point in January 2020. So just pay attention to that. You might feel people's energies very, very intensely in January. So there's with this cloak, it kind of makes me think of like protecting yourself from other people's energy, but also basking in like the way she is in this kind of pool of water, or looks like a river or something. Also really enjoying and basking within good energies, and really being selective with what energies you protect yourself from, and what energies you bask in and you kind of swim around in and enjoy them. But I can see your psychic abilities and any clairsentient abilities being at an all-time high for you in January. So we've got Six of Swords, we've got Ace of Cups, very, very sensitive in January. We've got the King of Pentacles in reverse, and we've got the Seven of Wands. I can see there you are going to be very, very sensitive in January. There's an air of sensitivity. You're moving away. I see a King of Pentacles in reverse. It's a person that is a greedy person, a person that does not think about other people's needs, only thinks about their own needs. It's a person who is very materialistic, very greedy, doesn't really care about spirituality. They can be a little bit of a risk to you in terms of, this is the person you need to protect your energy from, and I see you really putting effort into protecting your energy from them. With this Ace of Cups, it makes me think of you almost regaining strength, regaining spiritual powers, and moving on from this person, whoever this King of Pentacles in reverse is. Most likely someone older, or I wouldn't say more mature because it's in reverse, but I'd say somebody that could be older. It could be a father figure even as well, or an authority figure like a boss or something. You are being very protective of your energy around them, and you're very aware of how their energy affects yours. And you're going to be, it's almost like you're grappling with it, but you've kind of learned how to deal with it in 2019. But in January, you're going to be mastering on how to deal with this person, because I feel like you can't really escape this person quite yet. You're in the process of escaping them in January, but you will need to figure out how, in the meantime, how to protect yourself, how to come out on top over this person. And I really see you doing well with it, actually really, really harnessing that power of clairsentience and pushing them away mentally, pushing them away, almost creating a shield. So then we have third house messages, communication. We've got Jupiter abundance. We've got first chakra, so that's the root chakra, and we've got envy. Okay, I see this person, whoever this King of Pentacles in reverse is, I definitely see this person being extremely jealous of you, and that's why their energy is blocking your energy. I definitely see that. They could even be blocking your root chakra. I get a feeling that you're a really, really attractive person, that you're a very earthy person, you're a very grounded person, you're somebody that looks after yourself. And I think there is a person that is jealous of that within you. They're very jealous of your, I feel like it's looks. It's your looks. It's your ability to maybe like, be good at exercising. It's your ability to eat well. There's a person in your life that you are not quite able to avoid that is very jealous of those qualities in you. There's a lot of envy coming from them. They are blocking you in January. There's a bit of energy block going on, but you are grappling with it. You're dealing with it. And as a result, I see abundance coming in January. I think you will move on from this person. I think you will be able to get away from this person or block them out in some sort of way. The way that you'll be able to do it, I think, is by having if it's possible, by having a conversation with this person and kind of confronting them and saying, what is your issue? I want to understand. Why are you like this towards me? And being very, very straightforward with what you want them to stop doing or what you want them to do. But I definitely see there is a need to have a conversation, which is not going to be an easy conversation. It's going to be quite a difficult conversation, quite a conversation that could drain you, but it's necessary. That's what I see in order to protect your energy. So let's have a look and see what the dice can tell us here. So we've got a magnet. Okay, so you are going to, I see you really, really attracting people into your life in January, and you could even attract this person into your life. But because of your clairsentient powers, because of your psychic abilities, people are going to be very, very magnetized to you. They will want to get to know you. They will want to talk to you. They will want to, bask in your energy, and you have to be very selective with who you meddle, because people bring their own energy to the table and they will suck your energy, and you have to be very careful about that as well. With this, I also see with the magnet and the Jupiter, you are going to be a magnet for abundance, a magnet for prosperity in January. But I almost see like two parts of January for you. I see this part where you need to struggle a little bit and, get away from a difficult situation. And then I see another part of January where you are getting so many rewards. So many rewards are coming towards you. But what I'm just hearing this now. All you need to do is speak to your spirit guides, because you are going to be you're going to be so connected to your spirit guides in January. Just ask your spirit guide, talk to them, speak to them, speak what you want into existence, manifesting is going to be crucial in January for you. So that's what I see for you guys, pile number 3, and I'm going to move on to my next pile. If you like that, please leave feedback below and like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. So let's have a look and see, for pile number 4, how is your January shaping up to be? So let's see. I just want to have a look at these cards first. So I'm just going to move these here. So we've got safe home. We've got enlightenment. So I think in January, you're going to feel quite comfortable. There's going to be quite a good feeling in January, which is almost like unusual. You're going to feel very at home, and it's almost going to feel, you might have never had a good January. January can be quite a depressing month. But you're going to be surprised by what a good month January is going to be for you. It's going to be quite effortless. You're going to feel very comfortable. There's going to be a lot of really good energy surrounding you with other people. Also reconnecting with your grandparents, whether it is a grandparent that has passed away, so like a spirit guide, or whether it's your actual grandparent that is physically, around you. I see that reconnecting with older people in your family in general. Reconnecting with your ancestors is going to be very important in January 2020. There's some sort of focus on family ancestry. Maybe this just popped in. Maybe you do a DNA test and you find out something about your ancestry tree. You might find something out that's really going to put you at ease and make you very comforted in a weird way. That's what I see. So let's have a look at your tarot cards. We got 4 tarot cards here. So we've got 3 of Cups. Yes, reconnecting with your siblings as well and your friends. Your relationships in general in 2020 are very comfortable, very comforting for you. We've got the Queen of Swords in reverse. We've got the Page of Wands in reverse, and we've got the 7 of Cups. I think you're going to be quite popular in January as well. I think a lot of people want to hang out with you, want to spend time with you, and you will need to kind of be selective about where you go, just in terms, there's so much choice for you to go, spend time with your grandparents, with your parents, with your family, with your, sisters and brothers, with your friends, and it's going to be important to not try and do it all. That's kind of the message here. Be selective about who you're hanging out with. Don't tire yourself out, too much. I also see you being a little bit tired in general. There's a bit of tiredness. You do just want to relax. You do just want to have a relaxing month in January. I think Christmas was very busy for you. Christmas, the holiday season, whatever it was, December in general was very busy, was very tiring, and you're ready to just relax in January. You might even take a couple of days off, or a week or so off in January. I definitely see that for you as well. So then we have Mercury, mind. So I feel like there's a lot of, with the Mercury and the Three of Cups, I think you're spending time with a lot of like-minded people. People that think the same way that you do. People that have the same ideas as you do. The same morals as you do. I see you kind of finding your soul family almost in January 2020, or connecting with people that you already know to be your soul family. And then we've got Pluto, transformation. I think transformation through your ancestors and through friends is going to be especially powerful. You know, have a look and see what friends you have around you as well, because I do see negative friends being around you as well as positive friends. So it's just letting you know, the cards are kind of letting you know there's two types of friends lurking around you, and you need to be careful about who you kind of gravitate towards, because there's some immature friends, but there's also some friends that just want to celebrate with you and be happy around you, and be excited around you. That's what I see. Then we've got hostilities. So that's what I'm sensing here with this kind of two sides of different maybe groups of friends. I see two friends in particular, or maybe this embodies one friend, but the Queen of Swords in reverse and the Page of Wands, I'm getting this immature energy, people that don't want to learn from their mistakes. Somebody who doesn't want to learn from their mistakes, somebody who doesn't want to change. They don't want to, they see that things are not going well for them for some reason, but they instead of actually changing something, they will focus their negative energy on you and become hostile with you. So instead of choosing this person and trying to figure out why they're being hostile with you, choose the friends that are rejoicing with you, that make you feel like they're your family, people that it's easy to communicate with. I think there's two types of people around you, and you know who they are. So that's what I'm seeing. People that make you feel at home. And then we have happy family. So I think your family relationships are going to improve in January 2020, or are going to continue being really good in January 2020. I definitely see a good family atmosphere. Another thing that I'm thinking, you might even move in with a certain friend, like might become a roommates with a certain friend, or a housemate with a certain friend. And there's going to be like almost a sense of being in a family home, even though you guys are not related. I'm getting the sense of having a family, a soul family, is going to be very important in January 2020. So I think you'll be finding soul families, your soul family in January 2020. There's a lot of stability, a lot of understanding here. We've got 2 threes here as well, so I think that's significant in terms of communication. There's going to be a lot of really good communication happening in January 2020, but there's going to be poor communication happening as well, and it's very important you don't focus on somebody who has poor communication skills. It is also up to them to make an effort with you, and I see somebody, especially one person in particular, not making effort with you to communicate at all. So let's have a look and see what else can the dice tell us. So what can the dice tell us? So, okay, it's somebody that kind of, this always makes me think of somebody that sees you as somebody, I feel like this represents this kind of thought of who can you rely on, what friends can you rely on, and what friends can you not rely on. That's going to be the big answer for you in January 2020. Friendships are very important, as well as family matters and your ancestors. Maybe the cards are kind of asking you to listen to your ancestors. I think your ancestors, so your family, you know, they're still your family, but they're also your spirit guides. Listen to what messages they give you. See what kind of lessons they teach you in January 2020 to do with your friendships, because they are trying to push you towards a soul family and towards good friendships rather than the bad friendships. So that's what I see for you guys, pile number 4. And I'm going to move on to my next pile. If you like that reading, please like and subscribe. And as always, any feedback is welcome. And I'm going to move on to pile number 5. So let's have a look and see how is your January shaping up to be. So we're going to have a look at these first. So we got Destiny, And we've got growth. So that's a very clear message for me. You are moving towards something that you're meant for in January 2020. You are moving towards your destiny, something very, very important. And this almost makes me think, this card, I'm just seeing like all these plants are kind of coming through almost in like a school setting. I don't know why I'm thinking of a school setting. No, it says emergency room, but I thought of a school. So what I'm thinking here, all the lessons that you have gathered through 2019 are pushing you towards your destiny. And in January, it's like another push. You're going to feel another push towards your destiny. And it's like you're going to grow no matter the boundaries, no matter the things that are stopping you. They're growing through the floors. You know, you are blossoming and blooming no matter what, because you are being pushed towards your destiny in January 2020. I'm feeling a sense of discomfort in January 2020 because you're trying and working so hard, but it's all going to pay off. That's what I see for you. So let's have a look and see what the tarot says. So we have strength in reverse. You're gonna feel like you just, you're not going to feel as empowered as maybe you'd want to in January 2020, because there's a lot of things that are going to make you feel uncomfortable in January 20. It's like you're being pushed into an uncomfortable situation after uncomfortable situation in January 2020 on purpose to achieve something, to get something done. We've got the 10 of Wands in reverse. Something really big responsibility is being put on you. Something really big, it might be even a big secret. It could be something that is put on you without you really agreeing to it, really agreeing to go with it. And it's put on you and you have to kind of push through it. And there's no other way of dealing with it other than pushing through it in January 2020. And then we've got the Ace of Wands. You're going to be tired. I'm not going to lie. You're tired in January 2020. It's exhausting. You're trying to push through something, but it's all meant to happen because you're going towards something that is meant for you. And yes, January is going to be very, very uncomfortable for you. I can tell you that straight away. It's going to be difficult, but it's going to be a big growth turning point for you, and you're going to be very, very thankful for it happening. We've got the 5th house, creativity. So in terms of creative endeavors, things could be difficult because I'm seeing a lot of difficulties through creative endeavors here. I also see, and I'm sorry to say this if anyone's trying for a baby, I'm seeing there's being difficulties to conceive in January if you're trying to conceive in January. Then we've got part of fortune increase, but that's what I mean. There's going to be a fortune increase. Although I don't see it coming to you in January, all of these uncomfortable situations that are happening in January are moving towards a really huge, really big increase for you in terms of abundance, some sort of happy finale. It's coming, it's just not coming in January. It's just January is going to put you through something that's quite tough, something that feels like you're dragging your feet through the mud. We've got anxiety. You're going to feel quite anxious in January. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be a difficult month. I'm not going to lie, but it's not going to be a month that you're not going to get through. That's what I mean. You're going to get through this month. It's not going to be something that ruins you, that ruins your spirit. If anything, your spirit's going to become stronger because you're moving towards your destiny. You're really going to learn some very serious lessons. And then we've got rest and rejuvenation. So the cards are advising you to, I feel like there's some sort of goal. There's something that you want to achieve and you feel like you're just not achieving it. And what the cards are saying to you is take a break, relax, take your time and see the world around you, observe things, and don't overthink them. Meditation is going to be very important in January. If you're able to, please meditate. I think that this is going to be crucial for you to put your mind at ease and be able to push through this month. Definitely meditation is going to be crucial, even to calm the anxiety. So let's have a look and see what the dice can tell us here. Okay. There could be some drama because we got the two drama masks here. So I'm seeing that there could be some drama in January that is going to be difficult. It's gonna feel like so much has been put on you, but it's going to be the type of drama that pushes you. There's something, this kind of drama is going to provoke you to do something. It's going to make you do something that maybe you've wanted to do for a very long time and haven't been able to. But you're going to be able to finally go for it. Also, if you are an actor or you're doing some sort of acting, I see this being as a big challenge for you in terms of your acting, but something that almost propels you to become successful in the acting world. This just came through. Like, if you are an actor, just keep going. Don't stop. Another thing that I see with these two masks coming forward, I feel like it's very significant that these two came through. I see a lot of change in emotion. So I see like the happiness and the sadness coming through very, very intensely. And with the anxiety, it makes me think that your emotions, your ups and downs are going to be very intense in January. And that could be the thing that's making you feel overburdened, something that's really, really huge. And that's why I think meditation is going to be very, very important. I also am thinking therapy is going to be very important as well if you're able to do it. But I definitely see whatever discomforts are happening in January are going to propel you towards fortune and towards destiny. It's just that January is going to be uncomfortable, but it's all for a reason. So that's what I see for you guys, pile number 5, and I'm going to move on to my next pile. Let me know if that resonated. Let me know what you think of it, and as always, like and subscribe. And we're going to move on to pile number 6. So let's have a look and see what we have here for you guys. So we've got love and we've got expansion. So this makes me think of getting pregnant, starting a family. Because with the love and the expansion, I definitely think of expanding your world, expanding your family life. Another thing that I see with Aphrodite and expansion and love here is that you could be really looking after your looks in January and really really trying to do everything you can to make yourself appealing, attractive, but for yourself. I see a lot of self-love here as well. So January is going to be a big month. Maybe your resolution is to practice better self-love in 2020. So that's the type of energy I see for you. But I also see if you are trying for a baby, this is a good sign. You could be getting pregnant in January 2020. So then we are going to have a look at your tarot cards. So we've got the Queen of Cups, self-love, being extremely gentle with yourself, really gentle with yourself, having control in your emotions, feeling very, very good in general about yourself. We've got Page of Cups, again, emotionally very fulfilled, very curious. You could be, maybe you were single for a very long time and you're ready to go back out into the dating world. Then we've got the 8 of Cups, leaving something behind. I feel like this is leaving your insecurities behind, leaving things that don't serve you anymore because you're trying to bring yourself into a space of self-love. And then we've got the 3 of Wands in reverse. So I see your emotional state, your relationships, your family life going really, really well. But then I see there is a need to let go of some things that didn't quite work out in the past. So there's something that didn't work out in the past and it's been playing on your mind, but you will be finally deciding to let go of that. There's some sort of there's something that you saw potential in, there's something that you saw happiness in that didn't work out. And it could be a past relationship, it could be, I don't know, it could be, I'm just thinking in-laws right now for some reason. So it could be like your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, something didn't work out the way you hoped. Maybe they didn't like you as much as you wanted them to like you. Maybe you just think that, but they actually did. You need to let go of that anxiety and you need to kind of push through it a little bit. But I see you being able to do it for sure. We've got Pisces, I believe. So strong Pisces energy here with the Queen of Cups and the Page of Cups. You could be a Pisces, or you could be finding a Pisces in January. So if you are stepping into relationships, if you've finally starting to date again, I see a really good natured Pisces, an evolved Pisces, somebody who's very caring, somebody very, very romantic, somebody who really, has their spiritual hat on, somebody who wants to help people. I see a lot of that energy coming into your life in January 2020. There's a lot of hope, there's a lot of understanding, there's a lot of compassion in January 2020. So whether it is coming from you to yourself, or it's coming from another person to you, either way, it's going to be beautiful, and it's going to be almost transformative for you. We've got the moon, your soul. I see you becoming very spiritual in January, especially. Your spiritual world is going to be expanded. There's an expansion of your spiritual world. I definitely see your spirit guides showing themselves more to you as well. But the spirituality is going to be very, very important. Pisces could play a role in your spirituality, or you'd be taking on the Pisces role, where you are tuning into your dreams more, spiritual surroundings, things like that. But your soul is going to be very, very enriched. And then we've got strategy, and we've got the sun. So I see you having a lot of fun. This is going to be a really good month for you in January. You're going to have a lot of fun. And I see you as well with this. I'm kind of seeing you making plans for the future. So but being quite, even though there's a lot of this self-love, spiritual energy here, I also see you being very strategic in January 2020. I see you really planning out your life, almost sitting down and going, this is what I want, this is how I want to do it, this is how I'm going to do it, and feeling very confident and very happy about what you've decided to do. Feeling very, very confident in yourself. I think you're going to be very confident in yourself. Not just in spiritual world, but also in the 3D world, making ambitious moves, making moves that are ambitious, but they pay off. I definitely see January 2020 as a very good month for you, pile number 6. So let's see what we can see here with the dice. So we've got a pyramid. So it makes me think of starting a foundation to get to the very peak, to get to the very top. It makes me think of also almost doing the impossible. That's what I'm hearing right now. You're gonna start something in January that almost seemed impossible to you, but through good strategy and through having confidence in it, you're going to succeed. So I see a lot of success being, a lot of steps for success being laid down from your side in January 2020. So that's what I see for you guys. Pile number 6. Let me know if that resonated or if it didn't resonate. And if it did, please like and subscribe. And as always, any feedback is always welcome. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.